Folks, today we are here in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So we're just going to explore today. We don't really have like a destination in mind. We do have to get a new parking pass. Dawn, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. We're here on the spur, almost to Gatlinburg. Oh wow, there goes a cop. There must be an accident. And we have to get used to this again because tourist season's about to really ramp up. Emergency vehicles. It's a busy day here in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. A lot of folks heading in, and we had a little traffic jam on our way coming in today, so we're about an hour behind our schedule, which we really don't have a schedule. Caution, dense fog. We attempted to do this once and we failed that day. There was no parking. So hopefully we have to stop no matter what. Like no matter what, we have to get this parking pass. So
maybe not.
I don't think there's any parking. Oh boy. It's busy all the time. Well, we have to get the parking pass, so there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So we'll just have to, if anything, I might have to jump out or something and get it.
Yeah.
In this moment, you say, let me be lucky. Let me be lucky. Yep. No parking. So we're here to get a parking pass, and there's no parking to to get the pass. All right. These folks just parked up over there. You can't really do that. It's not a.
There's something over here, I think. You have to walk in.
Yeah, I'll have to see if we can find parking over here. Isn't that kind of funny, though? We got to find parking in order to get the parking pass.
Yeah.
We parked, and I don't think that's a legal parking spot, but it was the only thing we can do. And we got to get this parking pass today or we can't park anywhere. But then again, is there going to be any parking anywhere
No parking
to get a pass for, right? So I'm sure there's parking, but let's go on in. And it's been a minute since we've been inside Sugarland's Visitor Center. And tourist season hasn't even started yet. So could you imagine what it's going to be like in 2 weeks?
It's gonna be worse.
And this is normal, though. We do experience Sugarlands like this quite often. And they got some really great maps here. Great place to come to learn about where you're going. Oh, Smoky Bear. Got some nice little puzzles. So they have so many great things in here, so many things you can read up on. Just a really great gift store, and all the proceeds go to the national park, so it's a great way to help support as well. Look, he's got little claws on there. And we've been as far as California and seen this particular license plate on the front of folks' cars. Very, very popular. And they have the Missionary Church from Cades Cove. And there used to be a movie theater in here, but they done away with it, and they added onto the gift shop. So there has been a lot of changes in here. Remember, you used to go in there to see a movie? Yeah, they don't have that anymore. It's just storage now. You know, we should get that, Dawn, but I think we have a couple different Monopoly sets, right? Here's a book on Horace Kephart. He's one of the founding fathers, some folks would say, of the Smoky Mountains here as we know it. Yeah, they have a book on grist mills and churches. Those are new as well. And they have books on the folks that had lived in these mountains and their stories.
Unsolved disappearances in the Great Smoky Mountains.
That's a book you need to read up on. Disappearances. And there's some pretty interesting stories about people just disappearing. Especially one in Cades Cove with a little boy who they're still trying to find him today. Well, the little museum is still here. We're going to go in and take a look around. It's been a minute. I've seen these owls before. A barred owl. And, of course, Dawn's favorite, the skunk. There's a lot of those. You can hang around in Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
Just saying. A little eastern fence lizard. A little screech owl. And you have to watch out for these guys. They blend in so good. But that's the copperhead, and of course they're poisonous. So you just pretty much you stay on trail. Don't leave the trail. Stay on the trail, and chances are you won't come across that guy there. Well, great horned owl. I've seen them too in the park. He got a rabbit, Dawn.
Yeah.
He got a rabbit. Yeah, so you can learn a lot about the different animals and plants, birds, and they got some of the most amazing wildflowers here in the Smokies. And one of our favorite things to do is going out and finding those flowers. In fact, here's a trillium, a white trillium, and those guys are everywhere.
Everywhere.
And of course, your little squirrely friends. And trash pandas. What does the fox say? Do. Every now and then you'll come across a trap for these guys. Of course, they don't really want them in the park. They really destroy things. We've only seen a bobcat once, and he ran across in front of us while we were driving the little yellow Jeep. I think it was out near the road to nowhere is where we seen him. But they're out here. The other poisonous snake that's in the mountains, the timber rattlesnake, we come across these guys quite often, more than the copperheads. And a lot of times, you know, they leave you alone. They don't want to mess with you. You just got to stay on the trail. That's always where to stay on the trail. Don't go off the trail. And you shouldn't run into that dude, hopefully. But then we have seen him on the trail too, like, you know, sunbathing. So that's a northern water snake, and we did see this guy the other day in Gatlinburg down by the river, and they're harmless. They're actually good. Actually, all snakes are good, but this guy here won't hurt you. I don't think I've ever seen a mink. We did see river otters, remember? That was an amazing experience, seeing the river otters. And another snake warning. Looks like it's a black snake over there. Yeah, I've ran into these guys before. They're pretty aggressive. They can be aggressive.
I don't like them.
Corn snake.
Yeah.
They're often mistaken for poisonous snakes as well.
Friend, the little chipmunk.
Oh, we saw him the other day in Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
Eastern chipmunk.
He's cute.
He is cute, isn't he?
Yeah.
And of course, everybody knows about the black bear. So we got the parking pass for the little yeller Jeep, and the one in the 300 is still good for a couple months. We got that one a little bit later than the one for the Jeep. It's good from the date you buy it all the way into the following year. There it is. We're good for another year. So I bought a Coca-Cola out of the vending machine, and I got my name. What's the randomness of that?
Yeah.
Just
I got
to...
Lindsay.
Yeah, you got Lindsay?
Yeah.
That is crazy to get your own name out of a vending machine. I guess that means, I don't know, things are going to look good today maybe. That's good luck, right? A little update on the Jeep. We got new tires for her. She also has new brakes, and we went through and we did the whole front of it. We talked about going with something a little more meatier. Sometimes off-road tires have a lot of noise, and they're a little more rougher of a ride. And because we use this as a daily driver, we decided to go ahead and get these Goodyear Wrangler STs. They are the exact tire that came on this vehicle when it was brand new. We got a couple questions about the rear bumper. They wanted to know if we've ever replaced it. And yes, we did. It's a brand new bumper here. We were a little nervous if it was going to blend into the older body panels, and it doesn't quite, but it's not noticeable. I was afraid I'd have to go through and replace everything else, but I think this will work out. Dawn said she wanted to keep her Jeep stock, and she wanted it as an everyday driver, and so that's what we did. This is also another addition to the Jeep. So we took it to the car wash not too long ago, and it ripped the whole antenna system out. So we did this ourselves. We actually rerouted new wiring to the radio and put the cap on there, and that was quite fun. And then, of course, we put on a shorter antenna so it wouldn't get wrapped around the car wash or on much of anything else. And we have another year of parking. We've been busy the last couple weeks. Redid all the braking system on the car, all new calipers, all new rotors. Sometimes the driver's side would stick, and that's really the first major problem we ever had. It really wasn't a problem. It was just, it would stick every now and then, and so of course we just redid the whole thing. Got new tires, but we didn't go off-road, we didn't go aggressive, because we still use it as a daily driver. And if you ever owned a Jeep, especially one with a rag top, it can get real loud in here from road noise. We even have this little, it's called spider web, which helps deaden it a little bit, but it's still loud. And we were talking to our tire guy, and he goes, yeah, you get those off-road tires, it's going to be more loud. And because you guys are daily drivers and you guys don't do a lot of off-roading, I couldn't get it in this tiny little, so there's a little tiny hole in that fender. Yeah. And you got to try to get it through. And of course, Dawn, she got it through, and we got the antenna on. We did that ourselves, and
it took a little bit until you got a flashlight, and I had seen it come right through, and then we just weeded it through. Yeah. You really got to get a flashlight in there on the outside.
I want to take a moment to explain the parking passes. If you are going to park more than 15 minutes in any given spot in the Great Smoky Mountains, you will need this pass. So if you just pull off at Newfound Gap, get out, take a photo, and get back in your car, or maybe run out, use the restroom, and get back in your car, you won't need a parking pass. But if you're going to hike, or you're going to stop for a while, have a picnic at one of the campground or one of the picnic grounds, or even if you're staying in the campground, you're going to need a parking pass. Now, a day parking pass is $5. The weekly, which is 7 days, is $15, or you can get a yearly pass, which is $40. Of course, with us living here, we get the yearly pass. And yeah, so that's just the parking passes in a nutshell. Also, while we were there, we ran into another YouTuber, and they were really, really nice. And her name is called The Official Ann Lynn Show. So you guys get a chance to check her out, give her a shout out. Yeah, so let's go ahead and explore a little bit. I got this parking pass. It feels like I need to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, go out and use it, park somewhere. So I think we're going to head over to the Walker sisters cabin, but we're kind of on the fence about it because it looks like it's going to downpour rain. So we didn't bring like our rain jacket. We actually cleaned everything out of the Jeep. We usually, have some supplies in here, but because we were working on everything, we moved everything over to the 300, and now we don't have anything in this. So we're going to pull off here at Metcalf Bottoms, and we're going to head to Little Greenbrier School. And then to the Walker sisters. Also, one of our favorite places to have a picnic is Metcalf Bottoms. And we did a video not too long ago. I would say, was it this year or was it last year? No, it must have been last year. Little Greenbrier School. We're going to take this little dirt road, which is technically 1 lane wide. So we got to watch and see if other vehicles are coming down. Also, this here, you don't need 4-wheel drive, but sometimes if it's wet, you know what I mean? 4-wheel drive helps out a little bit.
Oh boy. Oh my gosh, I don't know if we should be...
It's just, well, we got new tires. And, but if you wanted to be a milkshake, right? So still teaching. A small log structure built in 1882 housed the Little Greenbrier School. Children from nearby families attended classes here for more than 50 years. So there it is over there. We've been here before. In fact, there's not many places in the Smoky Mountains we haven't visited at one time or another. And this is a perfect example of what a school looked like here in the Smokies. And we've come across quite a few schools through our travels, you know, on both sides, the North Carolina side and the Tennessee side. And they always have that musty cabin smell. If you know, you know. Well, it is dark. There's the blackboard, right? They didn't call it a blackboard for nothing. So it was probably they probably had some lanterns in here or something, you know. Did you ever get spit wads in your hair when you were growing up?
All kinds of stuff, and paper airplanes, and spit wads.
Spit wads were a thing, right?
Mashed potato balls.
How did you get mashed potatoes in the classroom?
When we had sporks with our food, and like peas and carrots. We the lunch ladies here too.
Oh boy, you got the poor lunch ladies.
Yeah.
I used to take a little piece of paper and I'd wad it up, and then I would get it all nice and soggy. And I put it in a straw that I had taken from the lunchroom, and I would go. So unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna do the Walker sisters today, because according to the weather, according to radar, it's gonna start raining now, which it is.
Just starting. And
it's not going to let up until about 5 o'clock. And we weren't prepared. We did not have, we had taken out all of our rain gear out of the Jeep. So we're going to have to find something else to do inside. But, womp, womp, womp. Yeah, there's the cemetery here. And we spent some time looking around, and it's mostly babies and infants. So we're here in Wears Valley. That was a good decision to aboard the. I heard thunder over there, so it's gonna be a thunderstorm, and it was a good move not to continue on with that. I just had a gut feeling it was gonna be not so good. Restaurant. Geppetto's, they have a little like food truck there, but they never did rebuild General Store Antiques. Mountain Crafts, Cades Cove Cellars, and the food truck park never really took off, did it? This is roughly where you were rear-ended in the Jeep.
Yep.
And there's that famous 400 acres for $10 million. Want to buy 400 acres for $10 million?
No, no please.
400 acres, quite a bit of acres. I just don't have 10 million.
I don't either. If I had 10 million, I don't think I would spend it in there. I have other things I can spend it on.
Cruise ships?
Traveling cruise ships. And people that I can help, that I know. Yeah.
Time for Little Mel's. Mel's Diner. I love Mel's for a quick bite. I love its 1950s, 60s feel. And they got they have an amazing menu at that as well. Of course, burgers, salads, soups. Their banana splits are out of this world, and they have a 6 scoop, which is $12.99, and that is like just a humongous, and it's very good tasting. What do you think about that banana split, huh?
I like the banana split.
Yeah.
Sounds tempting.
I know. I don't know if we're gonna get that but usually we come down here just for that, like a dessert. You know what I mean? By itself. But I want some lunch today. So I'm gonna go with a burger. I think I'm gonna get the Big Bopper bacon cheeseburger, and I'm gonna get a side of chili cheese fries to go along with that. So they're known for their merchandise, especially their T-shirts. And there's their limited edition. They have one for the Jeep Invasion. They have one for some of the rod runs they have here. Even motorcycles. I've conquered the Dragon. So there's the QR code if you want to see all their merchandise. And there it is, the ultimate banana split. It's huge and it's very, very delicious, very tasty.
And I'm taking it all in.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to look at. Of course, just got Elvis.
Service. If you don't like the way I run things, buy me out. And you got Superman, the Man of Steel.
Yeah, this is
the Man of Buns.
a man of buns. We got the Superman table, right? Yeah. Kiss my grits. My Big Bopper bacon burger is here. I like how they separate it. 2 slices of bacon. I got chili cheese fries. And then Dawn got the club. Oh my goodness, look at that.
The club.
Look at the size of that thing. Of course, you got chili cheese fries as well. Wow, pretty good. We'll get another close-up on that. You know, Mel's has always been very consistent. I've never had an issue. Always top-notch. There it is, big old piece of bacon. They put quite a bit of cheese on this too. Look at that. And our total came out to $38.15. Oh man, the chili cheese fries. Oh, and it was a hard decision, but we decided not on the banana split because that's going to put us way over.
Yeah.
But it's good. A lot of times though, we do come up here, you know, especially like after a rod run, just to get
a banana split.
But we hardly ever get it together. We have, but we hardly get them together because it's a lot. Yeah. Just a little video today. We got a little behind today. It seems like traffic and You know what I mean? We got the sticker, and then of course the rain, and so. But that's gonna do it for today. Thank you so much for joining us on our little Smoky Mountain adventure. Now it's time for you to have your own. We love you. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Lord willing and the creek don't rise, they'll take you to see the countryside, driving all over Tennessee in their little yellow Jeep. You can come along wherever they go, all you gotta do is watch the show, so be sure you tune in. Don, would you do this again?